Last episode, we solved a big question. What kind of work environment does your AI employee need? The answer was Linux or macOS, and if you're on Windows, WSL gives you a full Linux environment without leaving Windows. Now we need to solve the next question. How do you actually talk to that environment? The answer is the terminal. The terminal, also called the command line, is where you communicate directly with the operating system. No icons to click, no files to drag. You type a command, and the system does exactly what you say. Today you're going to learn 3 things. That's all. Just 3 things, and you'll be ready to bring your AI employee on board. The first thing, how to open the terminal. If you're on a Mac, the fastest way is to press Command and the spacebar together to open Spotlight Search, then type Terminal and hit Enter. You can also find Terminal in the Applications folder, inside a subfolder called Other. If you're on Ubuntu Linux, press Ctrl, Alt and T at the same time. The terminal opens immediately. If you're a Windows user and you installed WSL from the last episode, open the Start menu, search for Ubuntu, and click it. That opens your Linux terminal directly. Good. The terminal is open. You'll see a window, black or white depending on your settings, with a line of text and a blinking cursor waiting for your input. That's exactly right. You're ready. The second thing, understanding the directory structure. When you look for a file on your computer, you probably open a file explorer, then click folder after folder until you find what you need. The terminal works with exactly the same structure, the same folders, the same files. The only difference is that instead of clicking, you type commands. Let's start with the first command, pwd. Pwd stands for Print Working Directory. It tells you where you are right now. It's the same as looking at the path bar at the top of your File Explorer window. You'll see something like users/your name on a Mac, or home your name on Linux. That's your current location. Now the second command, ls. ls stands for list. It shows you everything inside the current directory, just like opening a folder and seeing all the files inside. Run it, and you'll see a list of file and folder names appear on screen. The third command, cd. cd stands for change directory. It moves you into another folder. Type cd documents, and that takes you into your documents folder. After that, run ls again to see what's in there. Want to go back up one level? Type cd followed by 2 dots. 2 dots means go up one directory, same as clicking the back button in a file explorer. 3 commands, pwg, ls, cd. That's your complete navigation toolkit for the terminal. You can now move through any file system from the command line. The third thing, writing a shell script and running it. A shell script is just a text file that contains a list of commands. When you run the script, the system executes those commands one by one, in order. Let's make the simplest possible shell script, one that prints hello. Type this in your terminal, echo echo hello greater than hello.sh. Echo means print this text. The greater than sign means write that output into a file. Hello.sh is the name of the file. After running this, you'll have a new file called hello.sh in your current directory. Now let's try to run it, /hello.sh. You might see an error, something like permission denied. Why does that happen? On Linux and Mac, files are not executable by default. Even if the system can see that hello.sh is a script, it won't run it unless you've explicitly told the system this file is allowed to be executed. You do that with the chmod command. Chmod stands for change mode. The +x part means add execute permission. Now run the script again, /hello.sh. This time you'll see hello printed on screen. You might be wondering, can I just use sh hello.sh or bash hello.sh instead? Yes, you can. When you use sh or bash directly, you're telling the system which program to use to interpret the file. The file doesn't need execute permission for that to work. But when you use .hello.sh, you're asking the system to run it directly. For that, the file needs the execute permission you set with chmod. In real-world usage, most shell scripts are set up with ch first, and then run with the / method. That's the standard way, and it's worth getting comfortable with it. Now, last but not least, let's talk about curl. Curl is a command line tool for accessing resources on the internet. Think of it as a web browser that lives inside your terminal. Instead of typing a URL into Chrome or Safari, you type a curl command and it fetches the content directly. Let's try it. curl https://rew.google.com. If your network is working, you'll see a flood of HTML code fill the screen. That's the raw source code of google.com. It means curl is working correctly on your system. Why does this matter? Because in the next episode, we're going to use a curl command to install Skill Pilot AI agent directly onto your machine. One command. That's all it takes. If you run curl and get an error saying the command isn't found, don't worry. Just search online for how to install curl on your operating system, or ask an AI. You need it for the next step, so it's worth taking a moment to get it set up. Alright, let's recap what we covered today. Opening the terminal, Mac Command plus space, type terminal. Linux, Control plus Alt plus T. Windows WSL, search for Ubuntu in the Start menu. Navigating directories, PWD shows where you are. ls lists what's in the current directory. cd moves you into another folder. cd followed by 2 dots takes you back up. Writing and running a shell script. Use echo with a redirect to create a script file. Use ahmod plus x to give it execute permission. Run it with / followed by the file name. And the difference between .hello.sh and bash hello.sh. / runs the file directly and needs execute permission. Bash or sh bypasses that requirement by specifying the interpreter explicitly. Curl, it's a command line tool for making web requests. We'll use it in the next episode to install the AI agent with one command. That's everything you need. You've done the prep work. Your AI employee's work environment is ready. Next episode, we finish the job. One curl command, and your AI employee is officially hired and on the clock. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the like button and share this with someone who's been curious about AI but doesn't know where to start. See you in the next one.